Kerry has said, I have many creative ideas. I research so much. I go down rabbit holes of things I need before I start. I have everything I need, but then I lose my ability to launch for fear that it will either fail and I look stupid for trying or be too busy and you won't cope with the influx of sales and work commitments. How do you get around this, Simon? Taking the plunge is scary.
Oh, I love that question, Kerry. Um, I would say I've been in exactly the same spot about 11 times in my life. And so what I know to be true, Kerry, is that actually let me ask you a question. Actually, I'm going to ask Jack a question. Jack, how many butts have you got?
Simon, it's not that kind of live stream.
Oh, we'll save that segment for the nighttime show that we'll do. The point I'm making is that if Jack, I'm assuming you have only one butt, and
Yes.
I don't really know any more detail than that. But if you've got more than one horse, you're going to find it really difficult to enjoy the riding that you can go and do this afternoon, right? So if you've only got one butt, stop trying to ride two, three, four, five horses. You ride one horse at a time. And the horse that you choose, this is a metaphor, Jack. I'm not actually
Yeah,
talking.
I don't have a horse. Does that mess up your metaphor?
Did you think of that on the hoof, Jack?
Let's
So
not
the
do this.
point I'm making is, first this, then that. That's my first gift, Kerry, is first this, then that. How do you choose which horse you're going to ride? Well, if you're caught up in research, you're filling your brain with more information. The more information you have, the harder it is to have clarity on what it is that's in your heart that you really want to do. So, a little bit like the famous businessman Napoleon said, do you know what I really love? When something comes out of my mouth, I know Jack so well that there's a very subtle facial expression, which is something on the lines of, "Oh God, Granddad's lost his mind again. He's lost control of his face." Right. Anyway, I'll recap. Napoleon, right? Stick with me. There's a point to this. Napoleon, before he went into battle, right, he used to go for a walk in the woods, right? And all of his, top generals, the senior leadership team of Napoleon's army, they were sat around thinking, right, we've got this big battle tomorrow against our mortal enemies. We need to be planning our strategy. And they'd be looking around saying, well, where's the boss gone? Where's Naps, as they used to call him? And Naps had gone for a walk, right? And the reason this is important, this is the important bit. I can't keep a straight face now because you were laughing at me. The important bit is he used to say, I'm waiting for inspiration to strike me in my mind's eye. Sorry, what, Napoleon? What do you mean? You've gone for a walk, waiting for inspiration. We're supposed to be planning our battle. What he's talking about is an insight, is wisdom. It's what's in your heart. It comes out of nowhere without me getting too woo-woo about it. So actually, one of the best gifts that you can give yourself whilst you're figuring out which business idea, which horse to back, one of the best gifts you can give yourself is just to let go. Just relax. Take a deep breath, go for a walk. I know you're not too far from the sea, Kerry. Go for a walk on the beach and just let go of the idea of having to figure it out. Okay. Now, it's a balance. Like, yes, I'm looking for insight and wisdom. I'm looking for a feeling, what makes me feel really good. If I was to fast forward, you know, a year's time, what do I want to have happen? What's my dream? What would be amazing? And then we can start making some decisions based on the insights that come up from that feeling. Okay, so step one, relax. It'll come to you. Don't worry. You're exactly where you need to be. It's part of the process is to have lots of ideas. If you had no ideas, that would be a disaster, right? So you've got a load of ideas. That's great. We're searching for a feeling in our heart of which one lights us up the most, which one would be most exciting for us to do. And then once we've got sort of a direction of travel, we can then say to ourselves, well, if this one's really exciting for me, how can I structure this and how can I do this in a way I can do it very cheaply? How can I do it in a way that gets it in front of someone very quickly? How can I get out there and test my idea? How can I run a mini experiment? How can I do my version of a stack of CDs, two cassette tapes, delicately balanced like a game of Jenga, like Jack's mini experiment for this? Okay, so it is about focus. but just relax first. Just relax and feel your way into it. That's what I want to say. Just breathe your way into it. Allow your wisdom to start giving you the feedback of which of your ideas excites you the most, and then go and talk to people about it. And that's really it. I mean, I think one of the things that Alan keeps saying to me, he said that sometimes I feel like I'm saying the same thing over and over again, which is go and talk to someone about a business idea. Just go talk. Just go talk. And who knows what comes from that, right? So hopefully you found some solace in that. And Jack, have I answered the question? Or have I gone off on a massive tangent and you're like, I don't know what he's talking about?
I'm in awe, as I'm sure many of the live viewers are, that 2 minutes ago we were on a story where you gave Napoleon a nickname and somehow brought it back to quite an impressive business lesson. I really thought we were off, but you kind of brought it back. So yeah,